Welcome back to episode 3. Episode 3? We're on episode 3. Of the Feral Femme CEO Podcast. I'm your host, Amber Feral. Always going to make the joke. See what I did there. Feral Femme. Because I'm a feral beast. I'm just kidding. I am, it's more like a feral cat. Or a feral, what is it? I don't know. A rabid feral, whatever it is. We'll take it. So, if you haven't already, go to all the socials, follow the socials. You can follow me all over that. Go check out my link tree in all of my bios, whether you're in my TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, everywhere, all the things. My link tree is in there. It has a link to all of my socials as well as a little shop. So you can shop some of my favorite products that I use on a daily, that I fully believe in. Anytime that I talk about something, I have tried and true tested it, done the things. So, I won't lie to you. So today's episode is going to be all about customer service. So if you are on my socials, you'll see that I did post a video about what I talked about last week on the episode of the Feral Femme CEO about one of the customers who came in and parked right in the middle of the parking lot, and there's signs everywhere, whatnot. Well, some comments were on there. Most of the comments were great. There were some comments I didn't even respond to, and then also one that is just friggin' hilarious, something about emotional maturity. And I am pretty mature. However, I am like a real person and I don't take shit. So there's that for me. And I do this, and that's on both ends of the spectrum. Me as a consumer, me as someone providing the customer service. So I'm just blunt. I'm very, what is the word? I'm blunt. I'm very truthful. I'm honest, but I try to be as positive as possible. So there's that. But customer service is really hard. Just so you know, customer service is so hard. Because some people are naturally good at it. And I feel like I'm one of those people. I'm one of those people that are just naturally good at customer service, especially if it's not in my business. Just because I'm a vibe person. I can usually feel the vibe, feel the energy, the vibration off of someone, whether they're going to be ugly or if they're going to be, nice or sketchy, whatever the vibe may be. I usually can catch it. And then I can redirect anything, especially negativity, and try to redirect it into positivity. And a lot of the times you just need to be really naturally good at customer service. And that's sometimes not an easy feat for people. Customer service, I feel like, can be taught, or basic knowledge of customer service, greeting, keeping eye contact, especially if you're trying to sell something, because sales and customer service are two different things, I feel like, but they work well together if you're good at, especially if you're naturally good at customer service. Those sales really flow. I always say I don't consider myself a salesman. I don't like that sleazy type term, is what I feel like it is. So I just want to make friends, and I want to be able to provide solutions to people's problems, whether it be through what I used to do in real estate, buying and selling houses. Right now, I work part-time for a company who's been in the business of marketing for about 1.5 years now. And I've been working for them for about 4 months, something like that. And just all around, the whole application process from them was amazing. Number one. Number two, now that I'm in the thick of it, I absolutely love my job. I love being able to work with the public without having to actually see them in person. It just kind of takes that edge away. However, it's still just like any other customer service job where you have the ones that are just perturbed for no reason. And the thing with this job in particular is that the consumers, fill out information, and then I call them. And it's so funny, the people that get mad after they filled out all their information are like, why are you calling me? I'm like, well, you gave us your number to book an appointment. I'm confused. That's why I'm calling you. And a lot of times, oh yeah, but there are some times that are like, stop calling me, don't do this. And I'm like, hey, that's all right. No biggie. And that's what I love most about it, is I don't have to see them, and I can just put them in a folder and be like, hey, don't talk to them no more. super nice. But I've just noticed a lot of crazy things in the customer service industry, or customer service side of the industries, all of the industries, whether you're in like retail sales, if you're in food service industry, anything, right? Like lately it's just been crazy. The government entities, you guys, I'm going to blow my fucking lid over the government entities here. Especially at places where like you can't go anywhere else, like the electric company and the water company, you can't go anywhere. We have one thing for each one. That's it. And then if you live like where I'm from, we have a city municipality and a county municipality. So if you're in the city limits, you have city water. If you're in the county, you have county, but you also could have like wells too. It depends on how far out in the county that you have. So we have utility districts in the county. Some people are off of wells. It's a whole different thing. We're in the South. And then for the electric in the county, it's a Middle Tennessee electric company. So it like provides electricity to all of Middle Tennessee, which is fine. But at the same time, it's like, there's only one place you can go. And that's insane to me that you only can go one place per one and you have no option to do anything else. So you could do solar and whatnot, but it takes money to get that started, and then you really don't see a return for a little bit. So I just want to like mention that. I'm going to mention all of these, and I have stories to go with them. I'm going to try to keep this short and sweet. I hope I can. I'm going to try to keep it under 45 minutes, hopefully 30. So we'll see what we can do. So I first want to talk about the service industry, because Justin and I are foodies, and our daughter is too, but we are foodies. So we love going out to, breakfast, lunch, dinner, wherever. We're more breakfast date people. We love to go out to breakfast. When we're local, we try to stay to our local diners, but we only have a few that we really, really, really like. And then we go to the chains. So I'll tell you our rule about chain restaurants and local restaurants here in a minute, but we're going to talk about the customer service going on. Now, Justin and I frequent so many different places. We love to be a regular. Like, I love to be able to go in and my servers know my name first off, or I know their names first off. They ask me questions about, how my life is going, and vice versa. I love that. That is like my favorite thing about being a regular, being a regular customer somewhere. So, as a consumer going in, because I used to serve as well. I used to be one of those servers, and I love serving. I love bartending and serving. I absolutely love serving in diners. It's just, for diners, for me, all of those people that go in, they go in regularly. They go in every day, or they come in Monday, Wednesday, Friday before work or whatever. And I love that. That is such a cool thing to get to know these people in their lives. But I noticed some places customer service is not all there. And like last night we went to Drake's, and we're frequent flyers of Drake's because they're open late, and sometimes we finish late for work, and it's just so much easier to go somewhere that's open late and then be able to not have to wash dishes afterwards and then get everything done. It just saves a lot of time for my family. But at first the server was just like over us because we came in a little late. We still had an hour and a half before the kitchen closed, and it was almost like they were perturbed. She was like a little bit perturbed that we came in, and had to take care, of a customer. But towards the end of it, because Justin and I and Lizzie were laughing and trying to like just be very appreciative of her. Thank you so much. And we, whatever, whatnot. And that really turned that whole situation around. And I feel like a lot of patrons, like consumers like me, don't do that. They'll see that attitude and just kind of have an attitude of themselves. And they don't extend that grace, which I think a lot of us still need that grace. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm going to make sure that I have my microphone is connected correctly. It is. Okay. But that was another, like that, I'm telling that story to lead into this next story. When we go to breakfast at one of our local diners, we know almost all the girls in there in the morning, and we love them. So we can joke and laugh, and, they pretty much know our orders. We try to, we sometimes mix it up, but most of the time we order the same things over and over and over again just because we like them. We know what we like. But I have been in the restaurant, and I've seen customers just flat out be so rude. So rude. One of my pet peeves for this diner is, why are you bringing parties of 6 or larger, i.e. 14 to 17, to places where you can only fit 4 to a booth or 4 to a table? Why are you doing that? That is so rude of you. Go to Cracker Barrel, go to IHOP, go anywhere else that can sit that amount of people other than these smaller diners. Like, get out right now. Don't do that to people. Don't do that to anyone. I feel like that is so rude. And especially Waffle House. Why would you bring more than 4 to 5 people at Waffle House? 5 is still too crowded for a booth. Because they send out everything on a separate plate. Do y'all not pay attention? Do you not pay attention? That's another thing, is that people just don't pay attention to their surroundings. They have no situational awareness. I've gone to Waffle House so much that I know that my bacon is going to come on a different plate and my waffle is going to come on a different plate. And then I have my main course on a plate. That is a lot of fucking plates on a table. And that's 2 people. Like, if you have 2 people, that's 6 plates right there on a table. If you have 4 people, oh my God, that's what no, that's 12 plates on a table set for 4. Why? And I marry plates. Like, I'll put all, like, if me and Lizzie get like a 2 separate meats, I'll just put it all on one plate and get rid of a plate. Like, I don't have time for that. Like, what in the world? But that's their system. I know that. I finally figured out their system. Why would you bring more than 4 people to Waffle House? It blows my mind that people, and then they bitch because they can't sit together. Get out. Go to IHOP or go to Cracker Barrel. Go make breakfast at home. That's another one too. Y'all come up in these restaurants and make sure my egg is flipped 1 time at this temperature. Bitch, stay home. Stay home. Cook your own food. No. And then you go and tip 5%. Get out. Like, I have no time for you. No time for you. You are rude. And then you wonder why they're rude to you when you come in, because you're a complete and total miserable human. See, I've got to be on both ends of the spectrum. Now, I have been to Waffle House. There has been a time that I've been to my local Waffle House and, my normal girl isn't there. Normal girls aren't there. And we get someone and their just attitude is shit. Like, yep, here you go. What do you want to drink? Oh, okay, here you go. Bye. Are you sure? Are you ready to order? Instead of like being personable of the slightest bit. You know what I'm saying? Like, be a little bit personable. You don't have to like go over the top like I would. But you can just say, hey, how are you? Oh, great. Awesome. Is there something, what can I start you off with to drink? Perfect. Blah, blah, blah. Be cutesy. I'm not going to finish that. But that's just, it like blows my mind, the no situational awareness. And then they expect to be getting this so much money or so much in income when they can't even do a basic customer service attitude. You don't have to be over the top, but being like personable and nice, just like having the feeling of being nice to someone. Insane to me. Insane. And I'm a tit for tat person. The minute you're ugly to me, I'm going to be nice at first. And then the minute you just can't take that, I'm done. Like I will then be rude. I don't think that makes me not emotionally mature. I think that makes me real. And that makes me point out that they are being ugly and rude and need to figure out how to redirect their attitude and like get in a mindset of, oh, okay, let me figure out what I need to change. That's what I do. And I know I don't expect myself out of everyone, but it's really hard not to, especially when you try really hard and you're really nice to people and other people are just yuck. You know what I mean? But anyway, so yeah, that's pretty much my service industry area. I'm trying to think of anything that's crazy. Like, I haven't had anything crazy happen to me. I do grade servers. I do, because I am one. I was one. I feel like I still am one. I love that customer service side of the service industry. Just for the simple fact of you get to meet so many cool people, new people, and then, yeah, you get some of the ones, but most of the time it's a great experience. But I really want to get into government entities. Oh my goodness, y'all. I went to court with a family member over some neighbor drama. Just the neighbors were insanely stupid, and they still are stupid. They're don't even get me started on it. But the minute we walked into the courtroom, there was a short bailiff, male bailiff, and he was just barking at everyone. Bark, bark, bark. Take that off your head, because I had glasses on my head. Do I have them yet? I actually have said glasses that I had on. So I had my glasses, like, on top of my head, and he's like, glasses need to come off your head. And I'm like, awesome. Okay, no big deal. Why can't one of the bailiffs come into the beginning of it before you walk in and just say, hey, can't have glasses on top of your head, just so you know, make sure that your phones are off. If we see it on you, we will have to take it until 4. Okay? Okay. Not hard. It's really not hard to just extend that kindness to someone. And then you can be like me. You can go and start off nice, like, hey, take the glasses off. Just say, if you don't mind taking those glasses off, put them in your purse. You can't have them on your head, and make sure that your phone is off, the ringer is down, whatever, whatnot. Otherwise, we will confiscate it until 4 if you do not follow those rules. And then if someone gets an attitude, then you can be ugly. Like, that's how I feel like it should be. I feel like you should just extend that kindness and be like, hey, and I get that these people see the worst of people all day long. That doesn't give them a right to be ugly to me just because someone else was ugly to them. Now, I will say this. He was of a different race, and he was nice to his own race whenever they came in and they had stuff going on. All I'm saying is that's racist. Like, if we want to get on that topic, we will. But to me, that's racist to me. So I didn't appreciate his attitude. I didn't appreciate how he barked at everyone. And he gave nobody. It was just so disrespectful. And my tax dollars pay his salary. And that's what pisses me off, I think, more than anything, is that every one of them there paying all these fees and whatnot are paying his salary, and he's being ugly. Like, are you kidding me? You need a class. You need a class. And the judge, this is a local judge. Her husband passed away. She is a cunt. She is a fucking bitch. With a capital freaking B. Okay? She's a fucking bitch. She always has an attitude. She doesn't talk to people with any type of grace whatsoever. I've never heard her talk to anyone any kind of nice tone. Every time I see her in public, if my eyes could light her on fire, I would not even piss on her to put it out. Like, that's how much I don't like this woman. I was just never seen such disrespect and ugliness in a courtroom than in her courtroom with that bailiff. Disgusting. I don't recommend it to anyone. So there's that. We don't like any of that. The security sheriffs downstairs, they're somewhat nice. So there are very few, like every once in a while we'll see one that's like nice. Everyone else like, put it in your pocket. Meh, meh. And I'm like, really? We're all having a bad day coming in here. Most of us are having a bad day. Don't make it worse. You're making it fucking worse. No wonder everyone in there is miserable. And another thing, how are they officers when their bellies hang out all the way over their belts? And they couldn't run. They couldn't run they couldn't even run 4 steps without being out of breath. That's how we can go on and on about this. We can go on and on and on about this. But anyway, so that really, really perturbed me, because the DMV, obviously, that's the worst one, really. If you want to get horrible customer service, the DMV, and you have to go there. Like, it's a necessity to go to the DMV. And they're just miserable people. They're miserable people. Why are they miserable? We need to get to the end of that one. Figure that out. Same thing with CDE. If you go through the drive-thru, I think I've maybe ran into one person in the drive-thru that's a positive energy. Everyone else is, hey, what can I help you with? Yep, bye. Like, Anyway, and I just don't, it makes me, like, I just don't understand why you can't have customer service. Why, like, what in the world is going on? Insane. And then now we'll get into retail. I may circle back to a couple of things if I think of them, but we'll get into retail real quick. A lot of you consumers, us as consumers, do not read. And I think just because I've worked so many jobs, I've worked in retail, I've worked in service, I've worked everywhere. I own a business. I do the things, okay? I was a real estate agent, so I had to read my contracts and everything, word for word, line for line. And a lot of you don't read. You don't read. It's insane how much you don't read or don't listen. So when you call into my shop, it says, hi, you've reached L.R. Harper. This phone call is going to be recorded for quality assurance purposes. Your phone call is going to be recorded. It's going to be recorded. That's what it says immediately when you call my number, no matter what. So with that being said, we have people come in and they're like, oh, blah, 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 whatever, whatnot. Well, I didn't say that. Oh, no problem. We're going to go back to the phone conversation because it was recorded. And we'll let you know what was said. He's there. And then all of a sudden they're like, oh, I may have said it. I might have. Hey, listen, read. At the bottom of all your tickets, all of my tickets, it says after 3 days after notification of your vehicle being done, if you do not come pick it up, there will be $35 a day of storage. It's that simple. It's not hard. I even have signs up in the office, and I have a sign as soon as you walk in, like just before you walk into the office. Not hard at all whatsoever. I just don't get it. It makes no sense to me. So, just not reading. And then for retail, it's more so of reading like coupon codes or anything like that. Like, this sale is for this item only. And they'll say, well, it was on that rack. That's awesome. Someone must have picked it up off of that rack and put it on that rack. Therefore, I cannot do that. I cannot put that on sale because it wasn't supposed to be there in the first place. Right. Right. And you have people just ugly about it. Like, oh, well, I wanted this. No, you're being a gross individual. Please stop. I went into Subway today to get my mama a sandwich, and this woman, she wanted her sandwich toasted, and she brought it back in, and she was like, I don't think it's toasted. And she was like, I don't want this. I want a new sandwich, which, again, great. Like, that I would have made a new sandwich. Like me, if I was there, if I was working, I'd be, oh, hey, that is my fault. No big deal. I'm going to make you a new sandwich. Make sure that it's toasted. No big deal. But the woman had an attitude as soon as she walked in. And that's where I'm like, stop right now. Stop right now. Stop having an attitude. That is your food. Someone will spit in it. Like, have you seen the movie Waiting? Like, come on now. Come on. And I try not to complain when I'm at a restaurant just because I used to work in them. I'm not saying that anything crazy happened, but I am saying that, like, we think about it hardcore. But I don't try to, like, I'm just like, hey, I'm so sorry. I'll order something different or whatever. Like, I would never be, I don't know. I could never be ugly, especially to a server whose cook fucked up. Does that make sense? Like, you're blaming people that aren't even to blame. You're taking it out on other people. It just, don't take your anger out on someone who doesn't deserve it. Number one. And number two, you need to put yourself in their shoes, because you don't know what's going on with them. And they may be putting on a front, like I told you in the last episode. Every time you saw me in the scale house window, I was smiling and happy and ready to go. The minute you had an attitude with me, you didn't like me after that, because I would have told you what I would have told you to get fucked. Maybe not like that, but pretty close to it. And I still will. You won't walk all over me. I'm sorry. I'm a good person. I'm a kind person. I am not a nice person. I don't like to be taken advantage of. I will not be taken advantage of. I won't let my friends or family be taken advantage of either. So, you know what I'm saying. I'm going to take a quick drink. Way I can get through my podcast. So going back into the retail part of everything, reading is a big thing for retail. Looking at the tickets, looking at the sale signs, what's on sale, looking at the fine print. You've got to look at everything when you're in retail. Another thing for me for retail too is thrift stores. So like City Thrift has a policy. If you pick something up and it doesn't have a tag, they cannot sell it to you. Okay, that's their policy. That's fine. You put it back and hope to catch it when they put it back out the next day. That's if you really want it. Number one. Number two, why do you return to a thrift store? Like, why do you return items at a thrift store? No, you bought it at a thrift store, ma'am. You got it for $1.50. Fucking donate it back or sell it for $1.50 to someone else. What? Are you okay? Get out. Like, I don't have time for you. Get out. That's such a waste of time. It's such a waste of breath. It's such a waste of paper. Just give it to someone who needs it. That's what I do. Or I just redonate that shit back once I'm done with it, or if I find out that it didn't fit or whatever. That don't bother me none. And most of the time, City Thrift is a good thrift store. Some of the people they hire are not amazing. I'll just leave it at that. Same with Goodwill. Goodwill just drives me nuts. I don't know why a manager is just not sitting at the register all the time, because they're always calling for codes because of high bills or checking a price or getting a price inputted. Like, I don't understand why a manager is just not sitting right there ready to go, or why a manager is just not. Yeah, I just don't get that. It makes no sense to me. None. We went to Goodwill a couple weeks ago, and at night it was about to close. I think we were literally an hour from closing, and this girl got on the intercom every 5 minutes announcing how many minutes they had to close. Never. You make 2 announcements. Hey guys, we got 15 minutes till we close. Make your final selections and get to the register. Hey guys, we have 5 minutes till close. If you have not gotten your final stuff, we will be closing in 5 minutes. If you are not in line, you do not get to buy your items. Goodbye. I said good day. That's it. That's simple. Go away. Get your shit and go. Like, don't be ugly. Don't be ugly to those people who are ready to get off work. Yes, they're getting paid to be there. However, you're being disrespectful of their time, because if you make them go into overtime, they get penalized, not you. You got to have your stuff, great, but they get penalized for stuff like that. So just keep stuff in mind like that. Remember, the world does not revolve around you. We are all part of it, and we are all trying to live and make it, right? Right. So there's that. And as far as another thing for retail too, even the workers, I went to, it was for Habitat. So I know Habitat has volunteers. The volunteers lately have been so rude at our Habitat restore. I don't even want to go. Like, I don't even want to go there and conversate with anyone. I don't even want to support them, because they were just so rude and they didn't care. So that's another one. Volunteers, that one's a hard one to do because they're volunteering their time. So I think that's a great thing. However, if you're volunteering your time and you're going into a customer service role, fake it till you make it, baby. Smile, act like you like me, and let me walk away. Like, you see what I'm saying? I'm just trying to buy something. I'm trying to make some money. I'm trying to do stuff. So yeah. I'm trying to think of anything else as far as customer service wise that I may have forgotten to talk about. As far as me as customer service, if you've ever eaten with me as a server, like if I've ever served you as a waitress, or if I've ever checked you out, like Harbor Freight, when I worked at Harbor Freight, I was one of the top sales. I was never the top sales, but I was one of the top sales with at least the top 3 to 5. All the time, just because I just try to make everyone happy and have a good time and do my job, which, that's all we're trying to do. That's all we're trying to do. And then that's what I try to do. And I always pride myself on that. I love the story that I tell about Brian, when he came through the window at the landfill. Like, do you ever have a bad day? You're always smiling and happy about what you're doing. Yes, I do have bad days. That has nothing to do with what's going on right here. Okay? Nothing to do with that. And that also goes to what I do now. Yesterday was a rough day for me at my job. Those of you that don't know, I do work remotely. I think I've just mentioned it in the beginning of the podcast, but I will tell you a little more about what I do now. I do work remotely from my laptop, and I make appointments. I'm an appointment setter. I've moved into another position. We're talking about that next week, but I set appointments for landscapers and hardscapers. I get leads from Facebook and Instagram. They come through my leads channel. And then what I do is I call them and make an appointment to get them on my landscapers and hardscapers schedules to get 3D designs and hardscape work done to their backyards, front yards, or vice versa. I absolutely love it. It is a true customer service role. I get to talk to so many different people across the United States. I call people from New Jersey all the way out to California. It is such a cool job that I didn't think that I would thoroughly enjoy as much as I've been enjoying it, for sure. But with that being said, in the role that I'm moving into, I'm going to be more of a liaison between my leads and my contractors, and just kind of have that bridged gap. So my bosses can have a little more free time to grow the business, where I can help keep everyone in together. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, now I'm juggling contractor personalities and lead personalities, and it's so exciting and fulfilling for me, just because I love being able to be that bridge, that gap, bridging that gap between the two. You know what I'm saying? A lot of my leads that I call, what they do is they fill out this information. I'm not cold calling anyone, which is awesome. I love that. I don't want to cold call if I don't have to. But my leads, they're wanting something done with their backyards. They're wanting fire pits, water features, outdoor kitchens, landscaping around their pools, yard grading wherever they need it, area for trees, whatnot. And these people are so excited to get their yard projects done. And I'm qualifying these leads for my contractors to be able to get out and on site to get these jobs done and closed. I love every aspect of it. It is just one of the best things that I've ever been a part of. And being able to watch this company grow just in the short time that I've been there, chef's kiss. It's fantastic. The guys I work for, they're so smart. They're so ambitious. They get out there, they get it done. Right now we're about to head into the busy season of landscaping. So I'm really excited about learning about the different services they provide, and helping my bosses, just really retain everything and grow and learn new things within these contractors and leads, how they're doing everything. It's awesome. Because my customer service has to go to my leads. And then I also have to have customer service for my contractors, which I can be a little more lax with them because they're on the back end of everything. And I just want to make sure that they are getting their jobs done and they're getting their work for them, if that makes sense. I want them to be just as successful as we are as the marketing company for them. My company does SEO, websites, marketing, Facebook ads, Instagram ads, Pinterest. They do other things, and they do dabble in some things as they're learning. But right now, the main thing that we really, really specialize in is in Facebook ads and Instagram ads. I just think that is so cool that they are doing that, and I get to be part of it, which is like a whole thing in itself. The leads are so funny, seeing as how they put their information in. I call them, and a lot of times they're like, "Why are you calling me?" And I'm like, "Oh, you must have put in, I see here that you put in for a Facebook ad or an Instagram ad that you were looking for a 3D consultation, a 3D design consultation for your backyard." And then most of the time they're like, "Oh yeah, I forgot I did that." Or, "Oh yeah, that's right, I just did that." Because we try to call them within like 5 minutes. That was what we call speed to lead. Super cool. Most of the time they do know what I'm calling for because they had just filled out the forms. And then there are some that either don't answer, and we send our little automated text messaging and whatnot, and they're like, "Stop right now. Don't contact me. I didn't give you permission to contact me," when they're the ones that put in all their information. Because you can't come in to my lead system without your name, phone number, and email. That's it. Once you send that through, you had to physically enter all of that stuff to me to be able to call you. So just remember, when you enter stuff in online and they have phone calls and whatnot, you are authorizing that person to call you or contact you via whatever messaging, whatever way that you've left your information, via email, phone number, whatever, whatnot. So yeah, But other than that, that part's awesome. Right now, I'm starting to learn a little bit more about my contractors, and they're all so different. All of them are so different. Some are more needy than others. Some are very hands off of us, and some are very hands on. Which I love being able to like really pinpoint these people, get my feelers out there and make sure that I'm providing the best support that I can for them, within their personality matrix. So that's pretty cool. That's a lot of fun. I think that's more fun than the customer service because they are easy. Once I get them qualified and they're in there and my contractors have them set off, I still have to work with that contractor. I don't have to work with that specific lead anymore, but I have to work with that contractor. And I like that. I feel like that communication, that relationship with my contractors is what is going to keep my company in business for a very, very long time, and keep that retaining and keep that positivity and keep these guys just moving and growing within their own businesses. So I love that. I love that. I have to say, yes. I have to say also, what else is it? Customer service, like as consumers, a lot of you guys don't like when you have to talk to a female in a male-dominated industry, i.e. automotive and hardscaping. This is going to coincide with a lot of different things. Not being able to talk to a female just because you think they don't know what they're doing or what they're talking about, that is so disrespectful. Ask questions. Do your thing. If they can answer them, that's amazing that they can answer those questions. If they can't answer those questions and they have good quality customer service, they will tell you, hey, do you mind holding for a moment? I'm going to go get my lead tech. I'm going to go get my contractor. I'm going to go get so-and-so. I'm going to have them answer that question for you because I can unfortunately do not know that answer. However, I'm going to get it for you. That to me is so important. And me in a male-dominated field as well, with automotive, we have men call in, and me or Rhonda, aka my mama, will answer the phone like, LR Harper, and they're like, I need to talk to a mechanic. That's so awesome that you need to talk to a mechanic. What's it regarding? And then they're like, well, I need to talk to them because they're going to know what I'm talking about. That's so awesome that you, I love that for you. However, all of my mechanics are busy right now underneath cars. Is there something that I can at least relay to them, or is there something I can help you with if at all possible? And then they start talking. They're like, well, I just need to get in for whatnot to have this done. Awesome. I'm the one you talk to for that. We can get you in tomorrow at 3 or tomorrow morning if you can drop off, or Wednesday morning if you drop. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't do that to people. Don't do that. Don't do that. Now, I do have things like in that industry as well. We have parts vendors. Whenever I call into a parts vendor and it's not my normal person, I will physically ask for that person, whether it be a dude or a girl. Most of the time they're guys, and that's who we've developed our relationship with. And I feel like that mutual relationship is so important, because when we talk to other people that we don't normally talk to, they don't know how our system works. They don't know that we get these price matching. They don't know these things, and therefore I'm having to explain it. And I'm not getting the customer service that I need from them if I'm not talking to my normal person. So I get that too. There's so many different facets of customer service and then the consumer versus the person in the customer service position. It doesn't matter what area you're in or what field you're in, whether it be retail, male-dominated retail, female-dominated retail. The goal is to keep the customer happy. Another thing I hate, the customer is not always right, ever. Like, the customer is not always right, and that's okay. The customer will never be always right. They'll be right sometimes, yes, and it's okay. Let's fix mistakes, offer solutions, get them a little bit better deal. Maybe under promise and over deliver is a huge thing for me. Under promise, over deliver, and then add value. Being a good person, just being nice to them, especially in a place where you're not, like for me in the automotive industry, you're probably already having a bad day if your car broke down. You're having a bad day, right? I'm going to be as nice as I possibly can. The minute you're ugly to me, this isn't going to go your way. Don't lie to me. That's another one. Don't lie about your vehicle stuff. Don't lie about how you return something. When you return something in, especially in retail, don't lie about it. Like, be honest about it, because most of the time when you're honest about it, you're going to get more back. you're going to get more value out of that person, that company, that whatever it is that you're going to. And that's going to be such a game changer. It's going to completely and totally turn your day around. And this also goes for like medical workers too. I've noticed that some of the older nurses are just so burnt out on their job because it's so demanding and people are ugly and they're going in for surgery. You're having a bad day when you go into that. And then not having a good smiling face to like make you feel better. Like, bro, I already don't feel good here. Like, don't be ugly. That's insane. You're going to make all the vibes go away. And then, I'm sorry, I'm a vibe spiritual person. Whenever you have negative, ugly vibes, you're going to seep that over to me. And I don't want you in my body. I don't want you touching my body. I don't want you preparing my food. I don't want you anywhere near anything that I have with your bad juju. Okay. You got to have positive juju. And that way everybody is healed. Their cars are running. Their food is amazing. You can tell when when good juju and love has been poured into whatever it is you're doing. I told you guys I was going to try to keep this under 45 minutes. It's like, I'm like already running into 40. No big deal. But it's just so many different facets to customer service, whether, like I said, whether it's in the service industry, retail, automotive, everything, nursing, government, medical, because that goes into, if you're late to your doctor's appointment, they're going to fine you. You're going to need a late fee in there or they won't see you. But they can make you wait for an hour and a half and then they have this cold demeanor. Bro, I already don't want to be here. And you took 45 extra minutes on whatever you were doing instead of like communicating that to your clients or to your patients. Communication, bros. Communication. Hey, I'm not going to make it. Hey, I'm going to be a little behind. And then tell your nurse practitioner, your people in the office, hey, Amber, hey, he's running a little behind on this last appointment. I just wanted you to know. I apologize for the wait. Thank you so much for being patient. It did not take you 20 minutes to do that. It took you 5 seconds. It took you 5 seconds to say, hey, I'm so sorry. Like, I apologize. Thank you so much for being so patient with us. He will be done in just a moment. He's trying to get out of there as fast as possible. So he's prepping for you. Anything, any little explanation, communication always goes a really long way. So yeah, I think I'm done. I don't know what else to say about customer service. As a consumer, I try to always lead with kindness. Again, I'm kind, I'm not nice. That's just me as a person. My husband is just an angel on earth. He is nice and kind. He's all of the epitome of it. He has such a big bleeding heart and he just wants to make everyone happy around him. And I love that for him. But your girl can see when people try to take advantage of him. And then I'm like, hey, bro, I'm going to need you to back the fuck up. You're taking advantage of my dude and you need to fix it. Okay. Because if you don't fix it, I have to fix it. And then it's not going to be pretty for any of us. So there's that. For me, I just want to lead with kindness. I want to be that example of the perfect customer, of the customer that understands. And then, and I understand not everything is going to go my way. Not everything is going to go to plan, and that's okay. We pivot and we learn and we readjust, and adapt. We just adapt and what is it? Adapt and conquer. Adapt and conquer. We got this. It's fine. Just also as a consumer, try to put yourself in someone else's shoes. You're in a restaurant and you see your server kind of running around flustered. Maybe pull them over and just say, hey, are you all right? No big deal. We are not in a rush. Like, especially if you really aren't in a rush, like we're not in a rush. You take care of what you need to take care of. If you don't mind just grabbing us a round of refill so we are ready to go so you can take care of what you need to take care of. It's literally little things like that you would not believe would make your server's day. It would just relieve a stress off their shoulders. It will make them, just a little lighter and ready for the next table. They may have a little pep in their step, and the next table they're more, and they got that tip. Like they're going to go through that day. And the same thing goes for really anyone else as a consumer. Just remember that they are people too. And then those of us that provide customer service, whether we are emotionally mature or not, Just remember the same thing. Put yourself in these people's shoes, especially when they come at you crazy. Cause I know that's another big thing for me too, is like, I'm like, hi, how are you? And they come at you like, I'm like, oh, okay, that's no big deal. What can I help you with? Is there something that I can, take care of or whatever, whatnot? And usually when they start going on, I'm like, oh, okay, cool. And then try to find a solution to maybe one or two things. If they have a plethora of things going on, maybe find a solution to those things. And then going with it a kindness. And then if they are ugly, then that's time to A, get a manager, B, say, hey, if you can't be nice, and if you can't be kind to me and understanding of this is the policy of our company, and unfortunately I cannot do anything about that. This is what I can do. This is what I'm offering you to do. If you can't accept that, I apologize, but you may leave. You can leave now. You can go. We don't need your service. Not all money is good money. And that's okay. That's why I feel like a lot of people are so scared of losing business because they don't want to say no, and they don't want to really put their foot down and just really tell them, hey, no, this is not going to work. You're not going to walk all over me. I'm a good person. My company's a good company. This is what we do. This is what we offer. You're not going to treat me this way, and I won't allow it. It's okay to do that. I don't think people understand that it's okay. Your business is not going to fail. I want you to really stand up for your businesses, for your companies, and look into that. If you work for someone who's not going to do that, who's not going to back you up, who's not going to be on your side, you need to leave immediately. Because I will not stress myself over anyone. Nope. My only stressors are going to be my husband and my baby. That is it. That's going to be my only stressors. If they're not happy, I'm not happy. I have to make them happy. I am the matriarch. I'm the mother. I am the sole customer service provider to them. So therefore, I have to make sure that I'm in good health. I'm in good standing. I'm in a positive mindset. I'm in a positive attitude. And I'm not always like that sometimes. And I will admit it. I'll be like, I need to step away. I need to give me a break. Just like yesterday at work, I think I started to touch on it, and then I popped off of it because I'm ADHD. But I just was not feeling it yesterday. I had an attitude. I went into a meeting and I just attitude right into it. Attitude. And I kept my mouth shut. Just because I knew better. If I opened my mouth, I was going to be a bitch. And I'm not that person. I am that person. I knew all y'all laughed. I am that person, but I'm really not that person either. I do care about my people. I care about providing amazing customer service. I care about those things. And I let my bosses know this morning. I let one of them know. I was like, yesterday I was just not feeling it. I was in a spiritually weird place. And then I realized what day it was, and it's just kind of like, I don't know why I felt that way, but then I realized why I felt that way, and it was not an excuse. So I just kept my mouth shut. And I just was kind of like bleh yesterday, and I apologized. And he was like, I didn't even tell, but thank you. And it was just a nice little experience to know, like, hey, I really was in a blah mood yesterday, and that's why I wasn't really talkative or being whatever. And that's okay. It's okay. That's fine. Try to be positive, have positive energy flowing out of you. That way it doesn't seep into anyone else. And if someone is just ugly to you because they have negative energy and it's trying to seep into you, put them blockers up, sis, bro, put them up. Don't let nobody else take you down when you know you do and you provide such great customer service, such great atmosphere in your business, in your company. Do your thing, boo-boo. Do your thing. I made it under an hour. But if you have anything else you want to talk to me about, anything you want to ask me about, especially with customer service, I would love to hear from you. If there's something you want me to ranty about, especially like the judge, that bitch pissed me off. I don't know why. This is like my 4th time dealing with her, and it's not even directly with me. It's just how she speaks to everyone around her. And I just can't not notice when someone is just being ugly for no reason. There needs to be some kind of reform of that for sure. Again, I understand that they are seeing the lowest of lows of people. That doesn't give them a right to be low to anyone else. That's just me. I don't know you don't have to feel that way, but that's just how I feel. So anyway, with that being said, Follow me on all the socials, the Feral Femme CEO, Amber Feral, Curly Q106. It's all in my link tree. I will link it in the description of the podcast, but you'll also see it on all my socials. I cannot wait until the next episode. I don't know what it's going to be about again. I just, that customer service was really on my heart because, especially because of that judge and just because of where I'm at and what I was told that I wasn't, they needed to work the emotional maturity. And I know I keep saying it and they're like, oh yeah, it's probably bothering her. It's bothering me a little bit because I'm just me. And to claim all that is just insane. But, you know, I'm good. I'm happy. I'm always happy. I try to always be happy. And like I said, I do have bad days, but it's fine. Everybody has a bad day. Everybody has bad moments. And you just need to pick yourself up, reset that mind, and get to it and just conquer the freaking day. Again, all the socials, go follow. Leave me a comment below. Tell me what you thought. Share it out to your friends, your family, whoever you want to share it to. I'm so excited to be here. I cannot wait for the next episode. We are going to eventually have guests. I'm going to have Justin on, my husband. My daughter really wants to be on as well. Lizzie Ray. So be looking for that episode as well. And then, yeah, from here on out, I'll be dropping on Fridays, the Feral Femme Friday. So love you guys. Mean it.